Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Hello, hello. Today, yes, Aimee Stewart SAL every Saturday. Every day is Aimee Stewart Day for some of us. And yes, if you were in the last stream and joined me here, hello again. Okay, now I can say hello to you properly, okay? So, Aimee SAL, and this is my choice today. Was that even a choice? Of course, I'm working on this project. This is Aimee Stewart Traveling Library, which we have started together, many of us. How many weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? Time flies. And yes, this is a beautiful piece, and this is Max Colors as well. Okay, if you haven't seen this piece, if you have just joined us, if you don't even know who Aimee Stewart is, I need you to leave the chat now. Okay, I'm kidding. You can stay. You can stay. We have a back door. A back door policy that if you're not stitching Aimee Stewart, if you don't even know who Aimee is, you can stay, and we will introduce you to the lady. So this piece, let me bring out the markup, and you know why. Once you see the markup, you will know why we're here. That. I don't need to speak. Okay, just look at that. And this is the piece I've been working on, and quite a few of you have been working on as well, this epic piece. And it's a view of the interior of a caravan, a traveling caravan, and it's full of books. That's why it's called Traveling Library. It literally is. And it's got beautiful texture of fabric, technic color, and also a little fox there. If you like books, if you like fox, if you like textile, this is the piece for you. And for me, I love them all. I didn't even know I loved foxes that much. We have neighborhood foxes come along from time to time, but this fox is so cute. And, clearly is a traveling companion. So this piece, as I said, I've been working on for probably over a month or so, a few weeks. Who's counting? And this is why I am today, okay? If you were here with me last week, you probably noticed I've been sneakily doing a little bit of stitching behind your back. When I have time in between working, then I put in a few stitches. And this is where I am. And if you have no idea where it is, let me zoom out for you here. There you go. This is a vertical portrait piece, which is a little bit less common for heaven and earth design. And so I need to scroll up a little bit for you to see the full piece here. So this is why I'm starting at the top, but right around the center. Okay, this is my center top start, the first one. And I just kind of doing cross-country method, slightly longer distance, and start to just flow the stitches out. And I'll talk a little bit more on how I'm planning to do today. I'm already marking stitches I haven't done, okay? I need to bring it back, lock the chart, Yogi. Okay, so let's look at the stat here. Okay, it might not look like that much, okay? But when you look at the percentage, it's also not much, okay? It's 0.8%. But I'm happy. This is a very large piece, you probably know. The total stitches is over 400,000 stitches, I ask you. And I have completed over 3,000. I'm not upset about that at all. And this is a max color piece. So look at the number on the left side panel there at the bottom, 239. So it's one stitch away from 240, which is probably the max numbers of colors for most max color stitches. I haven't seen anything above that. Have you? So this is full of color changes, and it's beautiful. I'm totally convinced it's worth it. Okay, so with our sprint, I am going to create a new one, okay? Let me have a look here. So I'm going to create a brand new sprint here and allow the sprint to calculate and count every move I made, every stitch I make during this session. And this is our Saturday SAL. It's one of the most popular SALs that we've done so far. And I can know why. Everybody loves Aimee. Everybody has a project, a whip. That's Aimee whip. And if you haven't, really, you need to catch up. You need to catch up. So here we go. I'm going to just bring it back here to my chart view and come back to show you my fabric here. Okay, and of course, as usual, before I even make my first stitch, even though I made a few earlier on in the last stream, but for this project, I'm going to say hello to the chat. Welcome to join me on this beautiful Saturday evening in the UK, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are. We're here at the same time zone. This is stitching time zone, okay? So the first to join the chat today is our Brittany. Hello, Brittany, everyone. Brittany was also in the last stream there. And also we have Lizzie here as well. Long time no see, indeed. And we have Sandra as well. Sandra says, hello, beautiful people, have fun. I'll be just watching her. Oh, had a really long day. I'm really in bad pain. Oh dear, Sandra, what's happening to you? And I'll be watching the live. Sandra, we'll keep you company. You know, the healing power of yogi is transmitting to you right now. Okay, you're gonna feel so much better by the end of this comment. Okay, and it's a promise. It's a promise. And Total Stitcher Heather says, I'm sorry you're hurting. Yeah, so Heather is also here, and Michelle Fuller as well. Welcome, bringing the yogi move and power snacks. Yes, and who else is here with us? Oh, Peggy. Peggy is here. Peggy Salo says, good afternoon from Southern California. We have a game. Oh, sports. I know nothing about the games. Okay, so I'm not going to embarrass myself. Enjoy the games and enjoy the stream with us. And Simone as well is here in the chat, and we have Lona as well. Lona was also there in the last stream where I did a tutorial of block by block parking. Okay, and if you missed it, it's an archive, so go have a watch if you're interested. I'm sure you are. It's great fun. Okay, and Chloe C is also here, and our Suzanne is here. Suzanne, guess what? Guess what? Suzanne. I have, not Suzanne, we have Suzanne over Susan. I get mixed up. Susan, okay? Susan, I have hot chocolate. Yeah! Round of applause. I was busy making hot chocolate during the break, okay? I wasn't resting. I was, with my little hands and my power tools, I was making hot chocolate. So I have a cup of hot chocolate finally in my flask. Oh, I can't wait to enjoy it. And we have Kelly So as well. Welcome. And Chelsea Summers. Hello, hello. And Suzanne is back with us. Wonderful. And Kristen as well. Betty Lou Taylor. Good to see you again. And Grace Houston. Hello. This beautiful Saturday. And Pascal is also here. And Sarah VM as well. Good to see you. You know, some people I don't get to see them until weekends. I miss you guys. And Jackie Turner as well. Welcome. And Frida, welcome back again. And Crossed Up with Siobhan. Good to see you. And Lynn Burgess. Good to see you too. And Ashley Wilkinson as well in the chat. It's amazing. The full house. Wonderful. And Liga is back with us. Productive yogi day. Watch some of yesterday's stream and then parking stream. Oh, were you there? Yes. If you don't chat if you don't do the chat, if you're not in the chat, I don't know you're there, but I'm glad that you were. And now managed to stay away for tonight's stay awake for tonight's stream, and I'm more than 1,000 stitches into my Lucas as Kid winter landscape. Well done, Liga. Not 1,000 stitches in one stream. in the last stream. That will, I'll have to send you to the Alien Club, okay? So be mindful there. Don't stitch too fast, and you get sent away. And stitching in Oregon with Brandy. Brandy, we haven't seen you for ages. Welcome back. And Diamond is also back with us. Wonderful. Belinda Killer as well. Not Killer, Keller. Wendy is good to see. Good to see you, Wendy. And Rachel Morton as well. And Joyce is back with us. Beautiful. And Colette is also here. Marie, hello, hello. And who else have we got here? And L Flemons store. Good to see you back with us. And Bian, is it Biana? Biana is also here back with us as well. Good to see you, guys. This project, the more I stitch it, the more fun I have with this. This beautiful color. See what's happening on my fabric here? And let me zoom in a little bit. I have sneakily, slowly flowing the stitches downwards. So my plan for this way of starting was originally, okay, I change my strategies as I go, you know by now, and it's all spontaneous, okay? So my original plan from starting from the center was to maybe go vertically downwards, you know, so this is the center column here, the whole vertical block here, and then branch out as I like. So just find, you know, interesting colors and patterns, maybe objects, then I'll stay there and stitch. And as I'm floating, you know, flowing downwards, I start to find this path of this orange, red colors, still flowing kind of, you know, this curved shape down there. So I kind of follow the shape down here. And you know what's happening? Do you know? I've got here, let me show you what's happening here. It will become clear. So as I float down my stitches, this is where I am. Can you see it? I reach this panel where there's a green and orange, where I really wanted to get to, but it's impossible to find the correct location safely without stitching from the top. So now I am literally at this orange flower here. That's where I am. As I float down, I'm actually stitching partially on top of 3 petals of this orange flowers. I'm really excited because I love this green and I love these patterns, this floral patterns, and there are a couple of sort of ornament kind of, you know, sources on the panel as well. I don't know how to describe this curve, this arch here happening. It's so pretty. So I am actually here. Let me switch back so you know what I mean. Can you see that? This bit of stitches is literally part of the flower, the orange ones. So this is where I'm going to focus on today, I think. I know this, you know, there are a few, you know, I'm not stitching in order. I've given up that idea with this project. I'm going to just go where I want and stay there if I want to stay. Today, I want to stay here. And then I might complete, you know, this area partially, and I'm going to move on to other area as well. So this is my plan. I'm really excited. I couldn't believe it. I just kept stitching and moved down, and lo and behold, I'm at a flower, which I really wanted to get to, that little arch area. I really want to get to. So this is why I am. So freestyling, you know, the last stream we're doing block by block. No block by block parking in this in this stream. Okay, no parking in this stream. I'm going to be here, so I'm gonna focus on the orange flower and the green background. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be so pretty. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit and bring on my work view here, so you get a view of where I'm going. All right, so this is the exciting bit. And I'll probably need to grit a little bit more because I moved away quite far from the gridded area. So I'll have to do a little gridding with my pencil here as well. So this is my plan today, and I have hot chocolate, so I'm sorted. I hope you're sorted as well with power drinks and snacks, and join me for this wonderful, wonderful get together, stitch together, whatever you call it, stitch with yogi session here, okay? And I can see we've got oh, do we have Karen Flynn joining us? Oh, Karen, welcome. Karen says, hello, first time viewer in Somerset, UK. I'm planning to start this pattern as soon as my fabric arrives. Oh, well done, Karen. Welcome. Finding us live here. And yes, join us for this project or anything Aimee Stewart, you know, for our Saturday SAL, okay? So, and let's have a look. So I'll try to pay attention to our chat from time to time, okay? But forgive me if I miss your comments. If it's important, you can put the sort of question mark or whatever. I'm sure all your comments are important. All of them are important. But it's just, you know, it helps me to focus on the ones that if you're looking for certain answers, then you can do that. Okay, so let me just draw, just strengthen the grid a little bit with my little pencil here. Okay, look away if you don't like permanent marking on the fabric. I cannot help you. It happens, okay? All sorts of things happen in these streams. You know, crazy parking methods and gridding with pencils, okay? But you can't see it. Once it's stitched, you absolutely cannot see the pencil. So don't worry, okay? All is well, all is well. So I am going to pick my first victim today. So I'm going to flip my chart, invert my chart to look at, you see? This is where the flower is. I am so excited. And the green is so glorious. But, you know, as we've been doing 310 starting for the last few streams, why don't I do that? Because there's a whole bunch of 310. I'm pretty sure there are 310 around. And it would be nice because it defines the shape of the petal there. Can you see what's happening there? So why not? Start with 310 nice and strong, you know. Oh, it's not 310. That's so interesting. Oh no, it is 310. There's another color very close, quite dark as well. But yes, this is 310 and this is where we're going to start, okay? And once I've done the 310 stitching a little bit, you'll be able to see the definition of the petals there. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay, start off. A strong start, okay? This is how it's gonna go. Power stitching, 310. And let me know what you're working on today. If you are, first of all, if you're working on this project with me, it doesn't matter, it's mini, max, you know, regular. Give me a little wave here. Give me a wave. I want to know how many of you are stitching this piece with me right now, okay? And let me take my 310 here. And then I'll get to the rest of you, the working on Aimee. And then lastly, those non-Aimee stitchers, guys. We need to have compassion for them, okay? Because maybe they have just, you know, randomly come across this stream and not even knowing who the lady is. Oh, we need to guide them safely to Aimee, okay? So have compassion, and we won't judge you. Maybe just a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. And before long, they'll be stitching Aimee with us. Okay, so let's be patient with them. Oh, so let's have a look. Kelly Soul is here, stitching this piece. Michelle Fuller, Sarah VM, and Suzanne as well. And Susan, of course, 16 counts, glory. And Heather as well, and Betty Lou Taylor. Yes, I am very happy that you're stitching with me right here, and majority of you probably are way ahead of me. And Lona as well, yes. And Frida says, I need a break from from Aimee Red Swan. I'm working Grow by Marta Darling. Okay. Okay, no judgment here. You know, you need a break from Aimee, you take a break. All right then. 310 starting here, okay? And I was stitching 14 count chunky stitches, and now, yes, I forgot to give you the spec. This is 28 count plain fabric, no grid, not gridded, so it's super light, really light fabric. My favorite fabric, favorite count at this moment. So you can see my fingers, you know, through the fabric. That's how light and thin this fabric is. And Jackie as well. Jackie is stitching on this piece. Amazing. Oh, Brittany, Spooky Bingo 310. Our first Spooky Bingo goes to Brittany. Yay. Early start bingo. Yes, wonderful. 310, you know, we get a lot of Spooky Bingos. And particularly this piece, apparently, there are quite a lot of 310. So I expect Spooky Bingo 310 everywhere. I am here, good. And I'm moving over here. I'm gonna, you know, be a little bit mindful as I'm starting, because as I'm warming up of a project, very often I start to miscount or start at the wrong spot as usual. It happens throughout my sessions, but particularly at the start, you know, so I have to be a little bit more mindful. So I don't start, you know, I don't want to say that word, the F word. Nice and strong here. So this is, these stitches literally giving the flower the outline here. So it's very exciting. Whenever you have 310, normally you have definition of something. Okay, so there are a lot of, quite a few traveling library stitches here. And the rest of you, if you're stitching on Aimee Stewart, let me know which one you're working on, okay? That'll be interesting to know. So everybody's got various projects from Aimee. And for those of you, if you don't know who Aimee Stewart is, look up Heaven and Earth, the pattern website, pattern company. And look up the name as well. You'll find tons and tons and tons, and instantly you would understand why we're here, why we have a dedicated SAL day to stitch the ladies' design. Beautiful, and I can't wait to have some chocolate, hot chocolate. Oh. And I was so happy because I like to make hot chocolate. I don't like the instant ones because I like to adjust my own sweetness, my own ingredients. So I actually managed to get some plain cacao powder and almond milk as well. But I've been sort of, you know, being a little bit lazy and didn't make it, even though I had ingredients. And finally today is the day. I had my hot chocolate. I had a cup of sips before the stream. It's so delicious, so creamy. And apologies if you don't have hot chocolate, okay? Get your own, get your own. Let's have a look. Who is working on what? And stitching down under the rabbit hole is stitching Aimee Stewart Museum's shelf. Yes, epic. epic piece as well. And Rabiho says, I almost started this, but the fox gives me pause for some reason. I don't know. Me either. Why would I give it pause? Do you not like foxes? This feels so good. For some reason, for 28 counts, I haven't had any desire to park. Probably just the concentration of stitches, you know. Parking might feel slightly chaotic, but also there's no need for parking because I really enjoy this kind of mid-distance cross country. It's like much further than I normally travel, but somehow it just feels right for this piece. And I'm doing similar stitching method for Gecko Rouge project as well. So whoops, that stitch, that leg is a little bit weird. I think I probably crossed 2 grits instead. Let me fix that. While no one's noticing, you know, cover the evidence. One more here. Let me have a look. Let me move it down a little bit here. So Lona is working on floss cards. And Lizzie says, I'm stitching on Birds and Blooms by Aimee Stewart. Okay, I don't know which piece that is, but sounds exciting. Let me get it over here correctly. Joyce is stitching Think of Me. I'm trying to recall. Joyce, did you post a web of that one though? Maybe you have. Because Joyce just secretly pull out webs I've never seen before, so I'm catching up. I know you're doing is it Mother's Love? The swan. I think they're swans or flamingos. I don't know. They're a little bit pink. And I think Joyce is very close to completion. Move down there. Alison Rennie, welcome. Says, good evening, everyone. Stitching Kim Jacobs' Flights of Fancy. Not one stitch of 310 in this pattern. Really? Well, I suppose Kim Jacobs is probably quite lightly. There's no 310. But, oh, wow. Yes, Kim Jacobs' color palettes has very little sort of deep dark colors or sort of really dark shades. That I believe. Lona says, traveling library will be my fourth Aimee Stewart piece I'll be working on. Others are Garden Gates, Secret Gardens, and Stitching Shelf. Ha, Secret Garden. quite a lot of Aimee's patterns I have seen, but I'm just not familiar with the names. I probably have seen it because from time to time I just go and browse her entire catalogue on Heaven and Earth just to enjoy it because it's just so pretty and so diverse. So I'm just following the stitches in no particular direction. I just pick the colors kind of nearby and make sense to stitch as I move forward. So that's what I'm doing here. So it could take me anywhere. Oh, hang on a second. I need to check on this. I'm not sure I'm correct. I think, see, just not paying attention. Well, I'm paying attention. That's a problem. I'm paying attention and still, you know, stitch in the wrong spot. So I caught this one myself, so it doesn't count, okay? I'm just doing reverse stitching. So no F word, guys. Okay, let's keep this stream F word free, F word free. I think what I was trying to do was to stitch this one. I think up to this point is correct or not. Hang on a mo. Where am I? Why am I here? And no one noticed, guys. You're supposed to raise alarm, okay? I think that this whole bit is probably not correct. Hang on, 2 stitches here. Okay, so I may have stitched these ones incorrectly. I'm trying to do some elegant reverse stitching, and luckily I'm stitching full crosses. I'm not doing a Danish method. Danish method, you do one leg at a time, and it's sometimes disastrous when you have just one stitch somewhere along the line that's incorrect. You have to, you know, reverse stitch everything. Okay, so so luckily I'm doing full crosses, so I can just reverse back to the point. Oh dear. Yes, it gets a little bit intricate as you move forward. excuses. That you could, you know, make a wrong turn and oh no, Laura, no, have mercy on Yogi. Yogi was concentrated on, oh dear, I think I'd probably need to let go of this thread because it's starting to fray. So that's not a good sign. Okay, look away, everyone. Okay, have mercy on Yogi. It's a Saturday. It's a compassionate day for all the stitchers may have sort of, you know, have these little frogs to come to a little visit. Okay, so it's okay. Oh, it's not a mess at all. It's all by design. I planned this just like the tutorial, and I can prove it by showing you my PowerPoint slides. This is all part of the demonstration. Okay, and I just want to show you what happens when you have to do some reverse stitching. Okay, it's all good. All good. Let's have a look here. It's all good. I think I probably stitch, I suppose you just stitch the bottom row. I can just remove these 2 and we're good. We're good. Okay? And you can erase this episode out of your mind like now. Like Men in Black. I just zap you. And look, it's all correct. So let me just undo this one. Erase, destroy the evidence. I think, hang on, are we, why am I so confused? Okay, actually those 3 on top, they are correct, I just misread the border there, so I reversed more than I should. Okay. Oh, Becky, have mercy on Yogi. Have mercy on Yogi. Do not flash that emoji. Okay. So here we're good now. We're good now. We're in a very good place. Okay. Peace is restored. Here we go. So we are 310. 310. Let me take another one quickly. And if you see me doing reverse stitching, that was a dream. You know, the other day when we were talking about this so drama and TV series, if they want to reverse and fix a plot, they just go, well, it was all a dream. It was all a dream. So this was a dream. And let me come back here. So I was here. Okay, let me draw the border a little bit clearer so I could see. Now blame the gridding, okay? Just blame everyone else. Deny. Okay, that's. Oh no, yes, it's perfectly fine. It's all good. And yes, I know where I am now. Here we go. .310 stitching, strong start. And Alandria has also joined us. Oh, we've got a new joiner. It's a new joiner. Kay Elizabeth. Let me find your comment here. Elizabeth's author said, "Hi everyone, I'm currently working on a pattern I made from a photo of my friend. It's a photo from their wedding. It's going to be a gift for them. Hopefully it'll be done before the anniversary." Oh dear, when is the anniversary? I hope it's not next week. It's going to take some time. So you're planning to finish it within a year if you, you know, if you're planning for an anniversary, it's every year, isn't it? Oh, that's very ambitious. I wouldn't dare promising anybody of my, you know, of my finished piece. You've seen me stitching, guys. You know that's a terrible idea. But that's so nice. You must like them so much to want to stitch their photos and give it to them. Can you not just go to the print shop and just print out a photo and give it to them? Wouldn't that be a little bit quicker? That's what I'll do. Because if they had to wait for my finished piece, oh dear, they'll have to live a very long life, you know, and we're talking like hundreds of years. I wouldn't put them through that, you know. But that is so nice of you to want to give it to them as you know, as a piece. Maybe it's very small. I don't know. Maybe it's stamp size. Okay, so maybe that's manageable. That's manageable. I think we're good here. And we also have, I've said hello to Claudia. And we also have Kelly Quotes Plus joining us as well. Good to see you. Alandria, I have said hello to Alandria. Good to see you. Very nice. These are so, these stitches are so intricate in terms of how locations, you know, it could be. And also this way of stitching, because there's stitches literally everywhere. So, you know, you have quite a lot to consider when you try to identify where the correct location is. If it's just within a block, it's a lot easier, isn't it? Looking for excuses. But, you know, when you have a lot going on there, I could accidentally pick this spot because it's got dark stitches as well, or something like that, right? So you just have to be mindful. And cross-reference all the time of the surrounding stitches, and those are the grid as well. There's another reference. So that's why I don't understand how anyone can stitch gridless. I know some of you do, aliens, but you can tell that even with gridding, it can be confusing. So let me see where I should go. I could flow with 310 and move to the left and maybe start filling the space from left to right. I think that would be tidier because at the moment I'm slightly patchy, but the 310 stitches are actually connected together. So let me see if I can sensibly move to the left and join them, the areas together. And just a few more stitches. I'm gonna just pause a little bit and have my hot chocolate and look at the chat a little bit more carefully. So apologies if I'm slightly distracted, because I just don't want to, you know, I nearly say frog. No, the reverse situation, reverse stitching situation to reoccur. I don't want it. So I'm sure you don't either, you know. So let me do these two more and take a little break here. So Lizzie says, I have put birds and blooms in a group page. You will recognize when you see it. It's quite a famous image, I bet. Because I rarely look at the pattern titles. Even some patterns I've got, I just never really looked at titles. But I recognize it when I see it. So yes, I'll definitely have a look. Thank you so much. Here. Okay, let me have a little pause here. Okay, with my little fox, can you see what I'm doing here? It's all a theme. All right. Oh, I've got hot chocolate, guys. It's true. It's happening. Yes, it's happening. No, Turtle Heather, why are you flashing the frog? The green frog. Oh, no frogging, okay? It's all good. It's all good here. Right? It's all good here. So far, so good. If you saw anything that's not supposed to happen, that was a dream. That was a dream. Okay, it's not real. Ooh, I have my chocolate. I wish I could show you, but I don't want to bring it near the fabric. Okay, it would be disastrous. But I can smell it. And I put a dash of vanilla as well, extra. So it's really, really nice. It smells so good. But Doohy is here as well. Hello again, she says. Yes, indeed. Oh, okay. Elizabeth explains why she's stitching photos of her friends. She says they made a paper quill and sea glass wedding gift for me. They're both very crafty. It should be done in 4 months. Their wedding anniversary in July. I gave more grace time as I have 7 months. Oh, bless you. Yes. How nice. It's a nice distraction when you have a very young baby, right? It's just something that you can kind of little escape in the head as well. It can be overwhelming. Not that I have baby, you know, I have no experience, but both my brothers, they have babies and they do not sleep for 3 years. something like that. So young babies are, more than a handful. Oh, my chocolate is so good. It's just perfect amount of cacao powder and the sweetness. It's so good. I use almond milk. So good. Let me take a few sips here. Like I said, your reverse stitching lesson work very well. I just tried myself, work brilliantly. I told you, like guys, watch and learn from Liga. Is it Liga? Liga, Liga. Yes, exactly. The reverse stitching is just a perfect technique you need to have in your repertoire. Okay, and a little toolbox. Just reverse it. No one would notice. And if they bring it up again, you can just say it's a dream, okay? And deny the 3D, okay? Yes, this is how you do it, okay? Kristen says, when I go cross country, I use other stitches as landmark. That's how I keep my place. I know. And it takes a little bit of courage because even though I do have references, I will not just jump off 3 blocks. I do not do that. So my rules currently is if I'm starting stitching of a new color, I pick a different color, right? It has to be connected right next to, not even 1 stitch away, right next to a stitch I already have. So I wouldn't start from here, for instance. It doesn't matter. I would not float away, but I'm allowed to start from here, as long as it's connected. And you can probably see the formation of the stitches so far. It looks slightly random, but if you look closely, they were connected. At least one stitch, And that's how I made sure that, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm actually in the right place. Okay, so yes, it's important. I know some of you can probably jump off like, 10 blocks away and start stitching. Not me, not Yogi, not Yogi. Oh, I can't stop drinking this chocolate. It's so delicious. Claudia says, I got all set up to stitch. Hang on, let me close the lid here so it's keep it warm so I can come back to it. Claudia says, I've got all set up to stitch. Even gave my husband things to do. Gave my husband things to do so I wouldn't be interrupted. And then the kitten decided he wanted cuddles. So I'm not working my stitches in time. Key ornament today. How long is that cuddle? That's very demanding of the kitty. Even my Dolly, she likes a few belly rubs. But it's not going to take an hour to do. She'll probably run away from me and not come back for a while if I rub her belly for an hour. Oh, kitties come first. Yes, kitties come first. I get it. All right, so I'm connecting these two 310 area, two different parts together because they're linked together. And I'll start to expand until I run out the current thread, and maybe I'll switch to a different color. So that's my plan here. All right, let me move up a little bit. Heather House has joined us. Hello, hello. 2 Heathers here. Now they are in one piece, the 2 separate 310 areas, and now I'm going to start connecting them together. And Brandy says we have some crazy sideways rain and wind right now. Here's Oregon, they call it atmospheric river. Oh, I hope you're nice and safe and cozy indoor and hang out with us. You know, I mentioned this the other day. My mom's favorite weather is actually when it's raining outside. Maybe not storms, that's a little bit much. But if it's raining outside, even when it's chucking down, she always says, oh, it's so nice and cozy to be in together safely, you know, the whole family together. And sometimes we have made something nice to eat together and we chat or watch something. Or sometimes, you know, my mom taught me how to knit and we would knit together, you know, just chat. I can chat with my mom forever and a day. It's just like we have so much to talk about. So when the weather is, you know, slightly iffy outside, it's not all bad. It just means you're safe and cozy indoor. And you have me keeping you company as well. You know? Two, let me count carefully. All right, so I can start to expand this area here till I run out of thread. Brittany says, dark, stormy days are my absolute favorite days. Dark and stormy. Brittany is starting to sound like a witch, you know, so she can, you know, cook something in a cold room. Some potions. There. And Landria says, finally sat down. If I have an energy, I plan to start this pattern, this one. Oh, but I just got back from Comic-Con and I'm tired. Yes, Landria. How did it go? I have no idea what is involved. And what did you dress as? You know, I'm not familiar with comic books at all. But that sounds like fun. Brittany says, I'm a witch at heart. I remember I watched this documentary ages ago. I think I must have been a student then. It was a British documentary, and it was about witches. It's about people who identify themselves as witches. And of course, the question will be, how do you know that you're a witch? Okay, and guess what happened? Apparently, if you're a witch, so Brittany, you want to check, okay? You should have a blue mark on your body, sometimes on your hands or on your arms or your face, like a small blue mark. And you know what happened? I have one on my right upper arm. Just a blue thing. I'm sure this is probably some sort of medical condition. I don't know. But apparently, because they actually show those little markings, just tiny little, just maybe no bigger than the size of the pencil, you know, like this side here. Like no bigger, just very small. Oops, it doesn't show. But just small round shape. And just out of curiosity, I was just talking to my friends and I just looked around and I looked toward my right upper arm. It's still there. it's just a very light blue. I'm just thinking, why would you have blue mark under the skin? What is that? It's not like blue ink, but I do have it. But other than that, there's nothing, witch-like about me. I don't know what a witch is supposed to be like. But apparently if you have that mark on your body somewhere, you're a witch. Okay? Brittany, check. Kelly says, I love a wild storm. Well, as long as it's safe. I mean, if it's, like a tornado, that's probably no fun. But if it's just a little bit of rain, well, or even chucking down like raining quite hard, but as long as you're safe on the inside with your loved ones, with your pets, have some nice thing to eat, to drink, it's all good. It's all good. You're safe together. So I have fun memories with my family when it's raining outside. So I do not dislike rainy days that much. I mean, it gets to you a little bit if it rains for 3 months, like it sometimes does, just drip, drip, drip every day. But other than that, it's only water, and we need it. We need the water, don't we? We start to get worried if it doesn't rain. Susan, the first one to jump on, just call me a witch. Yes, all right, Susan, I get it. All right, you probably have a blue mark as well. Just check, just check. You may have one as well. But it's quite weird. What is that? If anyone is a doctor, a nurse, or knows anything about human body, why would there be a blue mark? What is it? If it's a red mark, you probably think, okay, maybe it's some sort of bruising or something. Because blood is not blue. And it's not vein. Vein would be like a line, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be just a dot. It's so strange. I have no idea what it is. But when they show that blue mark, my mark looked very similar, because the person showing in the documentary is actually on the person's hand, like the back of the hand or something. And then I just had to look at my arm, my hands, and lo and behold, there's a blue mark. So I'm glad this is not like medieval time. I probably get burned on the stake. Oh, everybody loves storm. That's interesting. That's a new one. Let me just quickly grab my coffee. I do have a coffee as well, but it's in the kitchen. Hang on. I'll just grab it and be right back here. Here we are. Yeah, I forgot about my coffee. I did make some coffee as well. Let me have a sip of my coffee. It's all about power drinks and power stitching. And thank God my kitchen is not too far away. Imagine if I live in some sort of castle, you know, the kitchen is on the other wing. I'll probably need a small bicycle just to travel there. But luckily, no. It's just a flat. It didn't take long to get there. So I've got a little bit of the 310 here, and once I'm done with this thread, I'm going to switch color. I'm going to stitch, oh, maybe some green. Oh, that would be lovely. And I will see if I can connect it, because I need to make sure that it's connected with at least one stitch. Right, so let me dot this one here, all right? Alandria, referring to the Comic-Con, says it went well. My son enjoyed it. Oh, your son went as well. That could be fun. That could be a mother-son bonding experience. So it was for his birthday, which is next week. Lots of money spent. Cosplay, admired food eaten. Right, so Alandria went as Winnie Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. Is that like some sort of witch? I have no idea for sure. Is it like a comic book, or can it be just any fictional character? I wonder. Right, let me have a look on where I should go next. I fancy a little bit of green action there. So it's connected. Yay. Very good. The green and orange is so beautiful together. So a few stitches here only, but I'm keen to make those little green stitches. It's 3818, 3818, and I'm looking at my needle board first. I do have one already docked. See how quick this is? Have a look. If you have a needle board and if you have one docked already, you just turn around and pick it up. 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, and I'm ready to stitch. Right, so it's from here. So let me move up a little bit so you can see. Already there are a few green stitches there from the last session. Not the last session. When I do my secret stitching, okay. So I am going to just do a few more here. There are not that many around this area of this color. But I like the idea of mother and daughter cosplay, you know? It's good fun. What about stitching convent? What's going on there? Oh, Joy says, I'm a witch. Oh, Joyce has got a blue spot on my left arm. Or is it because I had my flu shot yesterday? Does it leave a blue mark? Why will it do that? Did they stab the vein or something? But it has to be permanent. Did you have it before? Because mine was on my upper right arm. And it's kind of, it's not blue, it's a blue greeny color. Well, some doctors in the chat probably go, well, you know, probably can quote some sort of medical name. But it's a light blue and greeny. It's sort of greeny blue. So it's not dark blue. Yes, we probably have a whole bunch of witches here, stitching witches. Stitching witches. I bet that's what they do when they get together. They stitch. What else is there for a witch to do? I don't know. And who else? Anyone else has got blue mark? On their hands or arms, maybe other parts of the body. I just remember vividly the person in the documentary has got like somewhere here at the back, on top of the hand there. And I just randomly looked around and go, hello, I've got a blue mark. And because I paid attention then, every, once in a while, I just go and check to see if it's still there. And it's permanent. So it's not like a bruise or anything. It's literally just there permanently. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. But what do witches do normally? I mean, do they just cook up potions? What would be the daily routine for the witches to do? I'd like to know. Is that correct? Oh, that's a bit risque. Just floating away like that. Because they're only 2 stitches. I want to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can believe Joy's maybe a witch because she's wicked. Wicked smart, okay? Joy's. There we go. Let me end this one. And I'll continue with the green area because there are different shades there, which is very pretty. Very pretty there. Ooh, that's one ugly thingy going on there. That's all right. 3, 8, 1, 8. I'm gonna pop it back. Pop it back. Heather House says, I checked on the fires yesterday. You mean as in fire, like accidents? And I was surprised to see there were still 97 burning. Although some firefighters are on strike and one is fighting still on the job. Oh dear. Heather, you're in, is it Australia? Remind me, because my brain is broken. So firefighters on strike, that's not good. Dear, oh dear. Peace and harmony for everyone. Right, so let me pick the next green color. There are quite a few shades there, so pretty. 319, 319, 319. I need a new thread. Brittany says blood is actually blue. It only turns red when oxygen hits it. You're kidding me, Brittany? Really? So blood inside the body is blue? Did you guys know that? I didn't know. Really? So it turns red when it comes out. But wouldn't there be some sort of transitional period that occasionally you see blue blood? So when they say someone has blue blood, it's true. But it stays blue. It never goes red. I didn't know that. But if you look at bruises, the bruises are still under the skin, but it's red. Brittany, did you Google correctly? I'm kidding. Brittany's probably some sort of qualified nurse, part-time, Pascal is spreading rumors. She says it's not us who are aliens, it's you. Well, I don't know if witches are aliens. Witches are in this realm. They just have special skills, you know, like those specialists. They do slightly different things. I don't know. I don't think witches are like vampires. Vampires are undead, aren't they? They just live forever. Witches, do they live forever? Are they just a different types of human beings? You know, because you can be trained to be a witch, or can you? I don't know. Can you study to be a witch? Can you become one? That's my question. Or are you one? Born one, like I am. I'm coming out as a witch, guys. I'm so sorry. It's not slow stitching yogi, it's slow stitching witch. Oh dear, I just come out. Dun dun dun. I'm so sorry. I've been hiding it all along. I do have a blue mark. And finally, today, I have come clean. Confession. Confession Saturday. But I think witches can be human, aren't they? Do they die? I wonder. Oh, all these questions about witches, seriously. So if there are sort of any witches in the chat, please come forward and help me out here. We need to know. Daily, you know, our daily streams are solving these live questions. We're getting our brains together. Not much from me, but mostly from you. Brittany says, maybe that's why I'm drawn to darker moodiness in the charts I choose. Oh, a lot of 310 stitching for Brittany then. Okay, so Hocus Pocus is from a movie. Maybe it's a kid's movie. I just cannot remember. I don't think I've seen it. Even as a child, I never liked children's movies or you know, kids programs. I think I'm just an old soul. I just feel like, you know, even as a child, I just felt, oh, that's so childish. Let me watch some documentaries. I'm that kind of child. It's quite frightening. It's like Sixth Sense, you know, you just go, I see things. I see dead people. And in my case, is as a 6-year-old, I just go, I watch documentaries, okay? Deal with it. No, I don't feel like I've ever been a child. I just do not ever identify myself. Do you think kids know that they're kids? I wonder. I never felt like I was a child. So I'm thinking where I should take this color over, because there are 2 stitches at the bottom. I could just finish that and be done with it. Or I can move it to the right. Let me take it to the right, because I haven't gridded the block below. So even though there are only 2 loose stitches, I'll deal with it when I get there, because I need to grid. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. So there are quite a few over here. I'm going to stitch those first. Let me have a sip of my coffee here. Joyce says, maybe you're an alien after all. Joyce, I don't think you're in the position to call me an alien, okay? You've got a blue mark as well. So if I'm alien, you are too, okay? We're in the same camp. Even though Joyce is a lot more clever than me, okay? So maybe she's from a different species of witches. I don't know. Aliens. They're different planets. There's some planets, maybe they're just smarter, okay? Suzanne says, I have a blue mole on my forehead. But is it like a mole? Mole is slightly, it sort of comes out a little bit, isn't it? It's on the surface of the skin. But my blue mark is underneath, you could tell. So the skin is totally flat, but there's just kind of a small dot, slightly bigger than the dot, think of the circle of light blue greeny mark. Okay, it's coming out day. Everybody's a witch right here. Well, maybe that's why we're drawn together. We're here for a reason. It's destiny. Oh, Natty says, I don't have a blue mark. I don't have blue marks, but I'm a Centera, which is like a witch, and we're just like any other more spiritual. What's a Centera? My God, it's a different category. What is it? Is it like people who become witches? Can you like just choose to be a witch? I don't know. Oh dear. Oh, I see Kelly's wisdom here. Kelly says, I think it would depend on whether you can twitch your nose. I can blow my nose. That's about what I do. I don't know how Trish. Yes. What is that? Santera, I've never heard of before. Because I know people who can choose to study witchcraft, which is a different thing. It's just a study of the knowledge of witchcraft. I don't know what they do. I'm just guessing. I don't know what the daily routine would be for witch, you know. What do they do all day? Do they just fly around in a broomstick and go like that? That's my impression of witches, by the way, just in case you missed that, okay? Laura, sorry, I haven't said hello to everyone. Taking care of my dad. Since I brought him home, he had a small stroke this week, and it's been hectic. Laura, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sending love to you and your dad. It must be so difficult having a stroke. I hope your dad is okay. So, is he coming home then? Does that mean things are looking up? Oh, Laura, thank you for saying hello, definitely. And thank you for the update. Yes, and we'll keep you company if you're able to listen to us or watch us. And sending love to your dad. I know how hard it is. Stroke is, you know, major. It's major. And aftercare is definitely important to help them to recover from the process. So we're here with you, Laura. Sorry, I'm slightly behind in the chat, so everybody's aware of that. I'm so sorry, Laura. Heather says that's why veins are blue. Once the blood is pumped through the lungs, it's red. from the oxygen it picks up. So how come bruises? I never thought about that. Yes, veins are blue, aren't they? But how come bruises are red? Because they come to the surface? I have no idea. That's why I'm not a doctor. Wow. I didn't know that. Yes, veins are blue, aren't they? Let me pop this back. 319. Let me mark these ones. 319. Justice Jane. Hello, welcome. Yeah, we normally welcome our new joiner with a highlight. Welcome, Justice Jane. Fight for justice. Yes, go for it. Go for it. Welcome. And Natty says you can definitely practice, referring to witchcraft, I presume. She says, I was raised as one. My mom and grandma practice a lot. I use more of the spiritual elements to it. So it's more like a choice, more like a study, right? So it's more of a study of witchcraft rather than identifying yourself as a witch. I don't know. So that's why you're Pascal says you're a witch, you enable everyone. Hey, you guys do that to each other, okay? Do not point the finger at me. I'm just here. I'm creating a platform for you to enable each other, okay? But you guys are doing a very good job. All right? So what kind of witch is that? Just getting people to buy, patterns and start new whips. What kind of witch is that? And Claudia says, well, a witch is really depends on the cultural context we're talking about. A Western witch in the US is a lot different from a witch in Africa. Example, the definition changes for each group. I think in Africa, I'm just taking a guess here, maybe some people know better. I think they're actually healers, aren't they? Or maybe they're different kind of witches. You can have something like voodoo or stuff like that. Or maybe in certain, I don't know, Southeast Asia, Asian countries or Africa, where sort of, I don't know, that's part of being a witch or something else. But definitely for some culture, a witch can be a healer, like a doctor, right? So let me flip my chart again and pick another green. I'm so addicted to this green area here. So I'm going to pick another one. They're all sort of, similar shades, and it's going to form something. Something is definitely going on here. And I tend not to look at the markups. I just like to have surprises to find out what it is I'm stitching. So the next green is 561. 561. I've got one right here. Nanu from choice. Alandra says, I have a blue mark on my left knee. It's from when I accidentally nailed on the sharp end of a pencil. Oh dear, what kind of accident is that? I think that probably falls into the category of freak accident. First of all, you need to have a sharp pencil pointing toward the direction of your legs. And you have to bring your legs over close enough to make impact. Oh dear. Yes, that's definitely a freak accident. And why will he leave a blue mark then, if it's blood? I don't know. Medical mystery right here. And Lizzie says, not me. I'm definitely not a witch. How do you know that, Silver? How do you know that? Um, and Heather says the red bruises is due to inflammation of the surrounding tissue. So it's not blood. I always thought it was kind of blood accumulated under the skin. That's why, you know, you can tell I haven't been to a medical school. I didn't know that. I never really thought about it. If it's red, I just associate to blood, you know. But the blue mark is definitely not part of the vein, because vein is in a, you know, continuous, isn't it? It's vein is vein, you can tell, but it's more it's a lot smoother in terms of coloring. There's no bumpiness. It's just a mark floating there under the skin. So who knows? Maybe some sort of mold. I don't know. Heather says, I attended Unitarian University, Universalist. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Isn't congregation. We have Wiccan members who might be referred to as witches. Oh dear. There's a part of Heather we don't know, guys. It's all coming out today. I have blue marks, and Heather might be a witch as well. And Alandra has been stabbed by a pencil. Oh, all the major accidents. Brittany says, you're a whip witch. Whip witch. Yogi. Okay, so there's a special category of witches. They're born here in order to get people to get more whips. Okay, I get it. I get it. Lakika is here joining us. Hello, Yogi and Stitchy friends. Hello, Lakika. Claudia says, where I live in Africa, witches were different than healers. They had different roles within their spiritual practices. I think of it as a spectrum where we use witches as a call all words. Okay. So healers would be a kind of witch, maybe white witch or black witch or something, you know, like light and dark in terms of what they do. But the question would be, though, are you born one or can you become one, right? All the freak accidents are coming out. Nutty says, I was stabbed by my baby sister on my knee, and I have a blue mark on my knee. Oh, that's hilarious. All the pencils and being stabbed by sisters. Oh dear. But why would he, why would the marking be blue though? Wouldn't there be, I don't know, maybe some sort of scarring? So I'm just wondering what's happening underneath the skin that's making it blue. I haven't been stabbed by pencils. not that I can remember. So I don't know what that marking is coming from. On the upper arm as well, it's quite an odd location. Heather says, Yogi has cast a spell on us and I'm destined to spend 1,000 years stitching Aimee Stewart projects. You and I both, you know. We better live for 1,000 years because we need to get them finished, don't we, Heather? You know, can imagine streaming in 1,000 years time. It's like, imagine the numbers on my stream would be, because I number them, you know, so you can tell them apart. And, you know, there would be like 2 million live stream, Stitch with Yogi, live stream, 2,070,000, 100,000 live stream. That would be a very long string of numbers. I don't think YouTube will be able to accommodate the number of digits on the title. Oh dear, numbering is going to be, naming the stream is going to be very difficult. Hey, Steph has joined us. Steph, Wild Fox, Stitches. And Brittany says, I have a friend who's a hedge, which means she works with plants. Oh, like herbalists. So is that a form of kind of healer-ish? You know, they make up sort of remedies and stuff like that. Yeah, herbalist is a real thing. They, because before the Western medicine came along, I'm sure that's how people heal themselves. They use natural plants because what else do you do? Prayers and herbs. Quite fancy a piece of chocolate actually. Let me finish a couple more stitches here. And I can feel the chocolate urge coming up. The double chocolate. Now I have hot chocolate. So imagine having chocolate with hot chocolate. Oh. All right then. So I'm going to part my thread here. All right. That's where I'll start next. And I'm going to grab, I might go for, I've got a few pieces of, I've got my buttons too. I still have some left over, but I'm going to have this one. Happy Hippie. Can't go wrong with that. I've got a few pieces left. I'm going to have some coffee and my hot chocolate as well as I'm having a piece of chocolate. So cheers, guys. Let me know what you're snacking, what you're drinking. Join me. a double chocolate. I'm gonna have a sip of my hot chocolate as well. Steph says, my husband was also stabbed with a pencil. What is going on with his pencil injuries? She said, my husband was also stabbed with a pencil in his arm at one point in his life, and he has a same blue mark. How mysterious. So why does it leave a blue mark when if you're stabbed by something else? Maybe it's not blue. Does that mean I've been stabbed as well? Who stabbed me? Who stabbed me with a pencil? I need to know. Wow. All these strange freak accidents. But I can't possibly be tattooed. So Landra is saying, well, Heather is saying that if you're stabbed by a pen, it will leave a blue mark. So it's not blood, it's actually the ink. It's a tattoo. Oh dear. The mystery deepens. Yeah, but the stabbing has to be so deep for you to leave the ink inside. And there has to be a meaningful amount of ink for you to have the ink under the skin. And will the ink just stay there though? When they just dilute in time, you know, will the mark be there for decades? Oh, the chocolate is so good. Yes. Very nice. Better. Much better. Just have another piece of chocolate. And Nati says, at the end of the where? There is no such a thing as flying on the broom, witches, or wand casting potions are real. I wouldn't call them powers or like talents. But I thought they cook up potions, do they not? That's what witches do. That I know, the Disney ones. They're always cooking. And a couple more of these green stitches over here. And then I'm going to do some orange colors. Here we go. Captain Squirrel, good to see you. It's about time Australia wake up and join me. Lovely. Yes, chocolate time, guys. Yes. Oh, Rachel is having Ben & Jerry ice cream. Oh, it's a little bit nippy to have ice cream actually. But good for you. I hope it's chocolate flavored. And Liga says, I still make a lot of herbal remedies. I have over 40 herb varieties collected each year. My goodness, you collect your own herbs and then turn it into remedies. Well, that's good. That sounds so wholesome. Wow. Yeah, it's a whole realm of, knowledge there, isn't it? Herbalism. Because that's probably how people heal themselves. For centuries, probably. Nutty years go for chocolate chips. And Frida is snacking on pepperoni pizza with pineapple and Coke, guys. Controversy Frida is causing here. Yes, not only she refers to pizza eating as snacking, okay, which is controversial on its own. Okay, look at this. And the pizza has pineapple as well. And Coke, Frida, is it full fat Coke or Diet Coke? Oh, Frida is here to stir things up, okay? And brought up the P word, pineapple, okay? It's controversial in this group. The debates never end. Yes. And I wouldn't say a pepperoni pizza is snacking. It's like a meal, is it not, guys? Pizza is proper food for some. I don't know. If you have pizza, you're having a meal. Kelly has a new theory, an interesting theory. Kelly says the blue mark is from the lead in the pencil. Does it? What? I think it's a Gen X rite of passage to have at least one pencil stabbing injury. Is it mandatory? Oh dear. So once upon a time, people just stabbing themselves with pencils. It's kind of a weapon of choice, is it, Kelly? Oh dear. I see. Nowadays, they use guns. Things have moved forward. All the pencil incidents. They were coming out. Let me flip my chart here and pick an orange. How's that? That sounds delicious. You have to get stabbed by a pencil. That is hilarious. 947. 947. I need a new strand. 947. That's a bright orange. 947. Rochelle is also here. Welcome. Rochelle says, finally home after lots of shopping. Daughter needed new equestrian show clothes and drinking water with lemon and working on traveling library. Good girl, Rochelle. So another traveling library stitcher. Nikki, hello. So strange. As I was reading Rochelle's message just about Nikki's comment, I was thinking about Nikki. And I looked down. That's Nikki's message. Oh dear, Nikki. I think it's telepathy. Maybe I'm a witch. I thought I was just, in charge of the webs. But, I have telepathy. I'm telepathic. And Nikki says, hi, Stitchy friends. Hello to you, Nikki. Oh, and turtle and squirrel, they finally reunited. You know, there are several streams that they just came along, missed each other, and now finally they are together. I am so happy. Oh, see, I've started in the wrong spot already because it looks so similar. It's not me, it's you. It's actually here, but it looks so similar in terms of formation of the stitches. Ah, there you go. But I spotted it. I called it, so it doesn't count, okay? Heather says, pineapple pizza is a Canadian invention, really? Oh dear. So we have to hold you responsible for that, for that invention. That's so controversial. Really? So it started off from Canada. I wonder why that is. Why pineapple? And it's called Hawaiian as well. You know, so you're blaming the people in Hawaii for pineapple pizza. I bet they're outraged. They go, well, there's nothing to do with us. We have pineapples, but we don't put pineapples on pizza. That'd be crazy. Oh, the poor people in Hawaii. They're carrying this burden. And Brittany says, I love pineapple pizza. Yeah, witches do. Oh, but hang on. That probably is a firm proof that I'm not a witch, okay? Regular Coke. Frida, having pineapple pizza and regular Coke. Oh, controversial. Let me double check my spot here. Sylvie, hello, hello. Good to see you. Captain Scrorsey sounds like you're living the best life, Frida. Controversial, but good life, good life. So these orange stitches are actually part of that flower that I showed you earlier on. So pretty. And I'm going to take the stitches to the left here. Oh, Susan has come up with a definition there. Let's have a look here. Let me see if I can find it here. Susan, okay, I think that's fair. Susan says, one slice of pizza is snack. One pizza is a meal. What about 3 slices, Susan? You know, we need clear definition there, so we know what we're eating, right? And Frida says snacking, meal. It depends on the size of the slices. Oh, you guys just getting technical there. And I'm sure there will be be debates like how many slices before it turns into a meal. I say over 3 slices, you're having a meal, okay? One slice is like a starter. It's part of a meal. I mean, some food just cannot be snacked. I don't care if you just take one bite. That's not a snack. You know, like I'm trying to think. What will be curry, for instance? If you have curry, you can't have you can't have 3 bites of curry or a small bowl of curry and go, I'm snacking on curry. It just doesn't work like that. Curry is a meal, okay? I don't care if it's 3 bites or full course. I don't care. It's a meal. You're having a meal. Kelly. Oh dear. Okay. Kelly M says, if you do not have a blue mark on your body, you're probably the stabber. All depends on how slow your siblings were. Right. So pencil stabbing is now mandatory, is it? And either you're being stabbed as a victim or you're the perpetrator. Okay, established. I see, Kelly M. I'm glad it's all clear now. So everybody has been involved in pencil incidents. So it's just different roles you play. But yeah. Okay. I get it. So Heather says Canada has like 10 months of winter every year. Well, just like over here in the UK. Sometimes we have 12 months. And she says when they can only get canned produce. So pineapple was the closest thing to vegetables they can find. Heather, you're making it up. It's Heather making it up. Come on. Pineapple is the closest thing, not just pineapples but tin pineapples is the closest thing to vegetables. Come on, guys. You know, I don't know many things about Canada, but you know, this is this is far-fetched. Look at this comment here. Seriously, Heather. Heather is like, you know, one of those really knowledgeable things when it comes stitching or history or something. And, well, there you go. And now she came up with this theory. I'm just not buying it, okay? No one is going to mistaken pineapples as carrots, like veggies. It doesn't work like that, Heather. And why would you just put it on pizza? It's so random. What about on a piece of toast? You know, or on top of other things, like part of, you know, if Canada is known for, you know, tin pineapple cuisine, then I probably believe you. But it's just so randomly, just pizza. They decided to put some, you know, tin pineapple on top because they haven't got vegetables. What about tin, you know, carrots? They're tinned carrots, or frozen peas. How's that? And Heather is trying to spread a rumor here. Oh no, the other Heather, both Heathers seem to support the Canadian origin as the pineapple pizza. Heather Howe says Hawaii, they have pineapple wine. Okay, pineapple wine I understand, because it's one of those, fruits can be fermented, and once it's fermented, you can turn anything into wine, any fruits into wine. But pizza? Why? I don't know. Oh, I'm learning so much today. So pencil stabbing is mandatory, and also, there used to be no vegetables in Canada. All right. So you eat pineapples, tin pineapples. Janelle is here. Good morning. Janelle says, I've been lurking. I had puppies to feed and birds. So good morning. Good morning to you, Janelle. Super morning. Yes. Australia is waking up. Alandria says, if you don't slice a pizza, is one slice, just witness. Come, guys. Just look at this wisdom from Alandria. Technically, if you don't slice the pizza, it is one slice. Yes. Exactly. It's, if you can bite, if you can fill entire pizza as one bite, technically, it's just one bite of pizza. Exactly. These are loopholes we're exploring there. Exactly. You can just go, well, I have one slice pizza. Only my slices just, happen to be really large. Exactly. There you go. All this all important knowledge that's going to help us in life, all the things we need to know. So you could be snacking, even if you have one large, I don't know how many inches, 20-inch pizza, it's still one slice. Even though now we have to get into, what makes a slice. Does it have to be a particular shape? Or can a round pizza be a slice? No. Just watch the debate. These two over there, 3 more stitches over there, and I'm going to move it to the right side there. 1, 2, 3. Right, and Claudia has another definition, okay? She says as long as there's one bite left, it's a snack, and it's attitude. And 100% I can have curry for a snack. I take 2 to 3 bites, leave it for a minute, 2, 3 more bites, and so on. You're snacking on curry. Oh, Claudia, you're pushing the boundary here, Yeah, technically, I have to say, if your attitude is snacking, I cannot fight you, okay? I cannot fault your theory here. But guys, this is pushing too far. This is an extreme theory of what a snack is. So according to Claudia, you can snack on curry as long as you leave the bites, have 2 to 3 minute interval. Why would you do that? 2 to 3 minutes interval is quite long, isn't it? So, so you do that just so you can maintain that you're snacking rather than eating curry. Oh dear, the things people do in order to snack. I don't know. Oh, we're pushing the boundary here. And Joy says, with all this violence, yes, pencil stabbing, it could be very well be this live stream be removed from YouTube. I know. You know, we also mentioned the P word, pineapple. I'm sure it's banned on YouTube. A pineapple pizza is just not, you know, shouldn't be allowed. And we talk about it all the time. Oh dear. The whole channel is going to be taken down, guys. It's good to know you, guys. Nice meeting you all. I'll get off the stage, okay? All the pencil stabbing and all that. And tarnishing Canada's good name, saying they don't have vegetables, only pineapples, and not just pineapples, but tin pineapples, I ask you. So they have to resort to putting pineapples on pizza because they're no frozen peas, not even tin carrots or baked beans. I'm sure I'll get, you know, sued by Canada at some point. Right. That's the problem of those extreme theories, okay? Because eventually, you know, if you keep pushing the boundary, you're going to fall off the cliffs. Andrea says, so if the whole pizza uncut is one slice, it's a whole bottle of tequila, one glass. And if you drink out of the bottle, it's just a sip. Okay, Andrea? There you go. Yes. Have a very large sip of tequila. Cheers. So you can snack on anything. You can snack on a whole chicken as long as you take intervals in between. Okay? Anything that's unsnackable, you can now snack it. Just play with the loophole. I know, Joyce, it's P word and F word. I mean, you know, this channel is just, it's gonna just, you know, get banned permanently, taken down. I'm sure I'll probably hear from the YouTube CEO and go, seriously, Yogi, you know. I thought you were here to help people doing yoga, but instead you're enabling people to get more whips, which they cannot finish for at least 1,000 years. And all the F word and P words, all the stabbing with pencil incidents. Oh dear, it's all over. Travis, my goodness, where have you been? Travis is in-house, in the chat and everywhere, here, alive and well. Travis, welcome. How's a new life with new baby? Andrea says, just for the record, I don't drink alcohol, drinks and stitches. It leads to frogging. Yes, it's still a violation. Okay, Andrea, even with no tequila, all the F word, you know, all activities that involves the F word, that will get us banned. Okay. Landry has managed 10 stitches. Heather, total stitches, okay? And Landry has 10 stitches, okay? So you're doing okay. You're doing okay with your 45 stitches or whatever. You're doing fine. You're a speed stitcher in comparison. Let me take another sip of my hot chocolate. Oh, lovely. Travis says, I wouldn't change it for the world. I bet. I hope you are doing well. And maybe, you know, still have some free time for stitching your Pokemon piece. Travis is doing an epic Pokemon piece pattern. Jess, welcome, Jess. Activities that involve the F word would definitely get you banned. Yes, okay, so it's official. Jess is probably from YouTube, you know, maybe it's YouTube CEO in disguise. Oh dear, it's official warning here, guys. You know, we need to you know, do something about it. All the violence involve pencils and you know, tin pineapples. You know, surely that's banned. Substance. And all the F word. Oh God. The chocolate is so good. Hits the spot. And Travis says, I uploaded a video last night before bed. I didn't see your video, did you? And has some coffee dripped on my canvas. Oh my goodness. I hope it's on the unstitched area rather than the stitch area. If it's unstitched, just stitch over it. No one will know. But then again, Travis is doing stamp kit. It's a stamp pattern, so coffee is not good. Any kind of liquid is not good. Oh, I hope you fixed it. It's okay, you can fudge it and just do some freestyle stitching, you know? They're Pokemons, they're you know, you can make it up as you go along. I wouldn't know what it's supposed to look like. Here we go. Where shall I go next? I do a bit of orange and I'm keen to start to define the definition of this orange flower here. That's so pretty. So I might do a little bit of this one then. That looks interesting. Kind of quite dark but greenish color. 934. 934. 934. Okay, so it's a it's a kind of grassy green, but dark. Not quite 310 dark, but it's a little bit dark. Travis says it was on unstitched area. Thank God. The symbols did blur a little bit. Budget, okay? Just make it up as you go along. Jez says the colors in this are so vibrant. I know. Because when I started from the ceiling, okay, Jez, if you just joined us, I started, let me show you. When I started from the top, okay, I was fully prepared. If you look at the markup here, okay, so this is where I am on the top of the pattern, and this is the full piece. It's so long vertically, I have to scroll up in order to show you. That's like this. Okay, when I started from the top, I was fully ready mentally that I'll be stitching a lot of browns in the ceiling, because you can see there's a lot of kind of shades of brown, which I'm fine with it. But the spot I'm starting is kind of just slightly above that orange, this orange flower there. And it's actually very colorful. I'm just surprised, sort of pleasantly surprised by the variations of colors. So I think it turned out to be a very, very interesting place to start. And because I'm traveling downwards quite freely, so I just go and stop at any point that I'm interested. And now I'm literally at around this panel, this arch here. It's full of different colors, a lot going on here, and very strong colors as well. So I'm very, very pleased, very, very pleased. So there, yes, it's very, very pretty. See you later, Sarah VM. Okay, let me just zoom in here. So I think there are two stitches, loose stitches on the left there. I might do those first and then bring the thread downwards. So I'm going to start from here, the two stitches. Heather says the whole ceiling is like that, Yogi. I'm stitching brown less than half the time over the top right corner. I know. Isn't that a surprise? Because if you look at the ceiling as a whole, there's more woody bits than the rest. But when you're actually stitching it, all sorts of colors kind of pop out. Very nice. The reason that I didn't want to start from upper left is it just seems like quite a lot of darker shades of colors, which is quite still quite exciting though, because quite a lot of you started from upper left and you get to stitch those lovely books. And let's have a look here. Why is that stitch looking like this? I think I may have missed. Oh, that's right. I missed the stitch from the wrong corner. One stitch off. Well spotted, Yogi. Right, so there are two loose stitches here. I have completed them. And I'm going to move it down. There's a whole patch of this color here. Let me have a look. There. Oh, Frida is having a spooky bingo with me. 934. Very nice. Very nice. We've got a few spooky bingos happening today. Yeah, I need to make a spooky bingo emoji for the members. I still have a few allowances for emojis because they don't give you that many slots when you start off until there are more members, and they open up more slots for you. So I've got a thank you for joining the memberships, that I have more slots opened, that I can make more emojis for you. So I've got quite a few on my list here. I think we definitely need a dolly, right? We need a dolly emoji, and we need a spooky bingo. And what else is essential? I think there were a few that we definitely need. They're firmly on my list. Oh yeah, I want to make one for Ninja Star. That's a new stitch that was invented by Joyce. And that one is probably a really good one to make because it's very visual, isn't it? It's a ninja, it's a star. You probably guess what I'm going to do. And Captain Squirrel says coffee time. So we have a chocolate time emoji. So I don't know whether Squirrel is referring to emoji or she's having a coffee time. Either is good. Yeah, so we probably need a coffee time as well, isn't it? Coffee break. We have a chocolate break. And Heather says the blue flower on the top right is very confetti heavy. There are around 30 colors of blue, green, teal, and purple. Oh yes, Heather is starting from the upper right corner. And also the flower on the bottom left. So some of you started off with bottom left. And I thought about it. I thought about starting there because I like the look of those flowers. But then I look at the pattern, and at least for Max colors, it's quite confetti as the first block that you start. So I thought, well, maybe that's a bit much. So I decided to go from top. I'm happier going from top anyway, generally. That's how I start. Even though my Gecko Rouge, I'm starting from the bottom, and I really enjoy it as well. So basically, I enjoy everything. Any kind of start. I enjoy. I like different, sort of trying out different things. So Captain Squirrel is coming up with a coffee time emoji. I can make a better one. Captain Squirrel. That one's very generic. I can make one just for us. See? Yogi's multi-talented. I can stitch very slowly, but I can also make emoji, I have the power tools. Oh yes, we need an icon for power tools as well. I keep talking about power tools. I think we need to have one. All right. And also, for those of you who were here, not the last Wednesday or Wednesday before, so I have 10 new memberships that I can give away every month. So I'm giving away 5 each every Wednesday. So Wednesdays are going to be our festive stitching. So it kind of, part of the spirit of giving away, freebies. So this coming Wednesday, I'll also be giving away 5 memberships. So it's kind of like a lucky dip prize draw. If you're in a stream, if you come to the stream and turn on the setting, and YouTube will pick randomly 5 people. They're not members already, and you receive 1 month membership. So it's going to happen this coming Wednesday. Natty says, I know most here use Saga, those who use Pattern Keeper as well. Which is better and why? Oh, that's a big question. I think they're both good. Personally, Saga can do more, but conversion can be a challenge if you haven't figured that bit out. But Pattern Keeper is perfectly good. In terms of the method of stitching, is a little bit more limiting because it doesn't have sort of different ways of sorting the stitch numbers and colors like Saga does. So it really depends on what you like. I think for most people, Pattern Keeper is more than efficient. It's simpler to use. And is compatible to most of the patterns. So I'm going to do this one. Am I going to move up? Yeah, it's only next block. It's okay. Let's move forward. Let's be brave. Okay, so I'm going to move over here. It's only 1 block away. It's not bad. It's not even 1 block-ish. 1, 2. There. And I hope Pattern Keeper will continue to improve. If they can remove the need to switch modes, I think instantly the app will be at least 3 times better. I don't know whether it's the technical difficulties that they cannot do it. I don't know whether it's Android related, some sort of limitation. If they can fix that bit instantly, they're 3 times better, I think. Oh, Suvi says it's already 1 a.m. here. Suvi, remind me where you are. 1 a.m. So you are 2 hours ahead of me. And today, I think the clock is changing. So maybe we're moving back 1 hour. Who knows? How long have we been? Because I think someone posted the thingy, the time clock change. I didn't even notice because normally it just automatically change with smartphone, so everything is digital. But apparently we're moving back 1 hour for the winter time. So it really depends on, I don't even know what the real time is. You see, time is made up. They can make it whatever they want. So I don't know whatever hour it is. We're just about 11 p.m. here. I think we're still summertime. We haven't switched yet. We've been on air for about 2 hours-ish. Am I correct? I don't even know. Time doesn't exist. They just make it up as they go along. But I think today the clock is going to roll back. So it means we're going to have 1 extra hour. So, you know, instead of midnight, it's going to be 11 again. And then I think that's when they normally do it. Or do they switch at 12 a.m.? I don't know. Right, so I'm gonna end my thread here. I don't want to venture too far. I can smell disaster if I move forward too fast. Nice 3-4. Nice 3-4. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And Heather says 2 a.m. So Heather is you're in Australia, right? 2 a.m. Okay. Is it? No. Heather is not. Heather's not in Australia. Australia is morning now, isn't it? Next day. And Heather says time changes at 2 a.m. At least in the US. I don't know what time do we change over here. I don't know. Normally you just wake up the following day and you just end up with one extra hour. And everything's just automatically changed nowadays. So don't know what time. Yes, I thought time changes were at the end of October, but we're in the middle of October. I can't remember when will be the normal date. I know it's normally around October time. Right, so time is not changing till 2 a.m. Is that correct, Rachel Morton? I didn't read the post carefully, so I know it's changing overnight anyway. So yes, we're still summertime here, I think. And that's a conclusion. But when we wake up tomorrow morning, we have 1 extra hour to sleep. Liga says, I think it happens at 3 a.m. I think they probably try to move it to time, sort of time hours that, you know, majority of people are sleeping. Because if you do it before midnight, people are going to probably get quite confused. So it makes sense for it to take place in around 2 to 3 a.m. when everybody is in bed. Well, most people are in bed. So Heather House says in Canada it's switched at 2 a.m. I think that makes sense. It's probably like that over here as well. It just, I never really looked into it. I just know that you wake up and there's 1 extra hour. Okay, Susan says it changes at 2 a.m. So we're good. It's not gonna just, change time during the stream. I don't think we're gonna go on till 2 a.m. Yes. Olandria says the time changes on the last Saturday of October. But today is not the last Saturday of October, is it? Today is not. Oh, we are at the 25th. Where's time gone? Seriously. Yes, it is the last Saturday. Okay, yeah, because I remember it's normally around sort of Halloween time. So, oh, I didn't know. Last Saturday. Yes, I just don't pay attention to dates much. It's crazy. It's like for some reason, I'm thinking we're still in the middle of October. I ask you, seriously. And Kathy confirms London changes at 2 a.m. The States change next Saturday. Oh, they're just trying to confuse people. Why can't they just change it? All the countries that use wintertime together. And I bet maybe some states in the time zone in the US probably don't have wintertime. Seriously. They're just trying to confuse you and just make it up as they go along. Oh, I can see the shapes forming there. Can you not? The flower, the petals. Oh, nice. Very nice. Let's have a look. Indeed. Look at this. I'm going to do some more 310 for this area here. It's going to create a lot of definition there. I love it. Yes, a bit of 310 stitching coming up. 310. Bingo everywhere. If you're stitching this piece, you're probably stitching 310. Round about now. Oh, Suvi is in Finland. And land of Santa, indeed, reindeer. Suvi, so you know what a reindeer looks like, right, Suvi? You're the expert of reindeer. And can you identify this creature here? Because we had some debates on what they are. I don't know whether you were here during that live stream. Let me show you. Oh, there's some heated debate on what those creatures are. Let me show you. Okay, Suvi, pay attention here. Okay, here we go. Let me show you this mock-up here. Okay, right. Can you see outside the window? Yeah, just above the kitties there. There are these two little creatures there. Suvi, what they are. Please confirm so we know. Go. So Suvi will know what a reindeer looks like. Once and for all, we can settle the debate. So Landra's birthday is in November. Oh, very exciting. So the entire Europe, the time changes together, is it, Suzanne? I never thought about it. So here, I can move up from down here. Might be a more exciting way of doing it, I think. And then I can stitch upwards and join the area together. Okay. Oh, Michelle Clark says, I think you forgot to mark the green stitches. You just did, really? That'd be outrageous. Which ones? I count every stitch I make. These ones I marked. Hang on, let me come back to my view here. Work mode. I think you just forgot to mark the green stitches. You just did. But these are the last one I did though. I have marked them. No? Michelle, are you trying to scare me? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these ones I've stitched. Which ones I haven't done? I have. Michelle, please confirm, okay? Oh, there you go. It's official, guys. It's official. All right, let me bring out the markup here. Guys, we settle the debate here. Suvi says it's 100% reindeer. Okay, so for those of you calling them elk, moose, whatever, four-legged aliens, they are reindeer, according to Suvi, and she would know. She's from Finland, the land of reindeer, and Santa. If you have identified Santa in your area, Suvi will be the one for identification. Okay, guys, thank you, Suvi. Now it's settled. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Round of applause for Suvi. No more debate about those, two creatures. They are reindeer indeed. So I can officially refer that piece as a Christmas piece, right? We have reindeer, we have snow. There you go. I'm very happy. I know our chat is full of experts, okay? Including reindeer experts. Thank you, Sophie. Ah, the peace is restored. And Kathy says some states don't change, and there are states that have changing, but one the other half. Oh dear, my head's spinning just listening to that. Why do they do that? It's only our difference. Just drop it, just keep it the same all year long. I mean, over here it's supposed to make the daylight end a little bit later-ish, or daylight to start a little bit early. You don't notice it. When it's dark, it's just dark, okay? That's it. Do not pretend that it's a little bit better. It's not. When it's pitch black at 3 p.m., it's still pitch black at 3 p.m. Just live with it. And keep the time the same. That's easier for everyone. Okay, Michelle, it's all good, right? Oh, thank God, thank God. But thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing. Yes, we need people to keep an eye on my stitching, okay? Or you could just go very pear-shaped. So thank you, Michelle. What? Suzanne? Oh, yeah, I think Suzanne is saying that it's reindeer as well, right? But some of them were so sure it's elk or moose or something else. There was another name, caribou. Caribou is just elk or reindeer. I cannot remember. I'm not an expert of wildlife or any life form whatsoever. Okay, so now we know they're reindeers, no doubt. Okay, so next time when someone bring up the controversy, we can just go, hey, refer to Suvi's expert opinion. They're reindeers. And Suzanne says it makes no sense having it here in Sweden. Is either pitch black half the year, 100% sunlight half the year. Yes, it's totally meaningless. They're just different digits on the clock. It looks the same. If it's dark, it's dark. Exactly. Just live with it, come to terms with it. And Heather says the US extended daylight time, our summertime, by 4 total weeks, for 2 at each end. Oh, my head is spinning already. In 2005, under George W. Bush, and prior to that, we were on the same schedule as Europe and UK. So, so George W. Bush's legacy is messing up the summertime there. There you go. That would be on his, tombstone. Here lie George W. Bush, who messed up everybody's clock. Let me see how I'm going to proceed with this. No, that's not correct. I just marked a whole bunch of stitches I haven't done. So here, I'm here, and I want to join up this area together with the 310, the rest of the 310. So instead of going up a row, I'm going to go here. So I can take the stitches to the left. Kathy says Indiana is trying to get rid of time change, but it's not working. Why do you think it is? Why is it so important for some people to keep having summertime and wintertime? Who cares about that, I wonder? Why would anybody go, no, we're just not going to do that? Because that 1 hour is just so important. The human race is going to suffer if we don't have it. Who would say such thing, I wonder? Suzanne says, I said there were reindeer. I know, but there were opinions coming from all directions. I don't know who whose opinions to go for. I'm just a yogi. I'm no expert in wildlife or alien species, I'm just a simple yoga teacher, so I have no idea. Susan says, I think it's Santa's reading Nook. Oh, I like that, Susan. I love that idea. Yes, there you go. I think it's Santa's reading Nook. Mystery solved. This is Santa's room. I didn't know Santa loves, granny squares and all that girly stuff that much. Do you think it's Santa's daughter? Maybe Santa, does Santa have kids? Yes, this is a Santa's reading Nook. I like that. So it's officially a Christmas piece. Okay, this will go in my Christmas SAL along with my Christmas house. There you go. It's official. Suzanne is in bed. Yes, we'll keep you company. 1, 2, 3. Suzanne says time change really messes with animals and children, but it's only 1 hour away. Is that 1 hour difference? It probably doesn't make any difference for majority of the creatures. I don't know. It's just 1 hour. That's why it's pointless. 1, 2, 3. Remember these ones. So Heather's theory is business profit when people have more time after work to go shopping. But they don't though, because you're just shifting time by 1 hour in terms of time for activities. It's the same, isn't it? You don't shop more because it's summertime or wintertime. You know what I mean? It's got to be something else. I don't know why it's important for whoever insisting that we should have summertime. It makes no difference whatsoever. It's just hassle. You know, people have to remember. And thank God we have smartphones and all the digital devices. You know, before that, I bet, you know, people missing appointments, work, God knows what, doctor's appointments. Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch back and just kept stitching. No one's looking anyway, so. Here. I think this one I have. No? Two and one. All right. Claudia says Mrs. Claus is a crafter and she's had eons to crochet. So, oh yeah, I didn't know Santa Claus. Yes, of course, Santa Claus has got a lady friend. So it's just sort of spilled over everywhere, even in his space. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yes, so it's the wifey that's stitching. And Santa Claus, being Santa Claus, you know, busy all year round. I don't know what Santa Claus doing during the summer. There's nothing to do. Or maybe he's doing some stitching, right? Or knitting with Mrs. Claus. Because he's just that kind of guy. Yes, that makes sense. Andrea says the time change was from farming. Now we live in 24-hour world and don't need it. No, we don't. The reasoning I was given over here was because in the winter the daytime is so short, so they're trying to make it a little bit better to make you think that you know, when you wake up there's a little bit more daylight. But trust me, there isn't. If you do sort of 9 to 5 like I used to, I had to wake up at around 6 o'clock. No, there's no daylight. You can try, okay? I don't care if you do your summertime, wintertime, it's the same. And by the time you finish work, when you come out of the office building at around 5, if you're lucky, or 6, 7, there's no daylight, okay? Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend there's daylight there for us to enjoy just because you change the time. No, there isn't. It's the same. Darkness. Susan, isn't it so? So, I don't know what it's about. Maybe just something they insist on because they, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what they're insisting on, really. Just move on, you know? Let it go. Ujjayi breath. Let it go. So Heather says people shop more in the light, but that's provided there's light. But there isn't here, I promise you. Not in the winter. It's all dark outside in the morning, dark outside when you come home. That's it. And if you don't like it, you have to move to a different country, pretty much. So, you know, normally around, I don't know, even this December. Well, but the daylight is starting to get a little bit longer after December. So December is probably the worst in terms of short daylight over here. And I remember it's around Christmas time, the daytime starts to get a tiny bit longer, I think, but not much. You probably won't notice anything until May. I don't know. But so December is probably the darkest month in theory, even though it's dark throughout the entire winter. And, you know, you can get quite dark after 3 p.m. It's shocking. But the daytime is very, very short. Rachel Morton says, I don't go out if it's dark unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, I can. That's true. People are less reluctant, but over here it's a bit different because where I live, there's quite a lot of bars and restaurants. It's just that kind of area. And even though while the residential area is pretty quiet, but you know, I just need to walk about 3 minutes. It's full of restaurants and bars. And people do go out in the evening because what else do you do if you're not staying home, you know, having a wholesome meal? Where I live, this area tends to be, it's not very family orientated area, you know. If you have family, you want a quiet life, you don't live here. So it's got nightlife, so it's a bit different. And people actually go out more at night because it's you know, party time, isn't it? So it really depends. But overall, I believe you. I think, you know, people tend to want to do stuff when it's daylight and it's bright. Betty says, I say just adjust the clocks by half an hour and be done with it. Half an hour? I know in Australia it's like there's half an hour difference between areas, which I learned here on a live stream because I didn't know. I thought it was always by 1 hour. And it's totally meaningless. I don't know why they do that. It's so inconvenient. Betty Lou Taylor says, I have always believed that Mrs. Claus was very crafty. Well, because they they're not very busy doing, unless it's the Christmas time. So they probably have a lot of time. And if you have a lot of times, crafting is kind of an obvious choice. It's quite nice, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Mrs. Santa Claus is actually very crafty. They've got, forever to perfect their crafting skills. They probably don't mind having an epic heaven and earth project because they have forever to do it. This one over here. So I'm joining the two areas of 310 stitches together. Heather says hours of daylight increase after the winter solstice. However, the increase occurs in the morning. It continues to get dark at early times for another month or so. That's why I don't notice anything. Even though it makes me feel a little bit better knowing that from the end of December, the daylight will get technically a little bit longer, but I never notice it until maybe, end of the springtime. There you go. Yeah, okay, I can still see things by 6 o'clock. Still a little bit of a daylight there. Here we go. End of this 310 stitching session. Very nice. So the orange flower is around here. So I'm trying to, find stitches to create a definition. You can see a little bit of, this shape happening there. Oh, I like a little bit of a red. Why not? This is so much fun. I get to switch to whatever color I like. Never get bored. Never get bored. Oh, bright red is perfect. A17. A17. I'm gonna take the thread and then have another sip of my chocolate. I'm so happy with the chocolate. Hot chocolate. Diane Miller, hello, hello. Sorry, I'm slightly behind as usual. And Diane says, I'm more prone to go out if the weather is nice. Cold and snow are all 4-letter words to me. We have many 4-letter words, The F word is one. Pineapple has got more than 4 letters, but, still banned. Yes. Cold and snow. Yes, there are 4 letters there. I think it's worse if cold and wet. I mean, people in London, I'll be honest with you, people are a little bit excited if there is snowing because it doesn't happen that frequently. So there's still a little bit of novelty to it. We don't get snow every month, every year. And even if it snows, it's a tiny bit, it melts right away. So if it's snowing heavily, even though it's not always convenient, and there are a few years I remember it gets very sort of slippery, and you know the ice just turn into the snow just turn into dirt, dirty, muddy thingy, slush. But people are still excited somehow. When it comes to rain, not so much, you know, because it rains so much. But snow is still a little bit of excitement over here. But I bet if it snows a lot, and particularly if it's so heavy that you get snowed in, it's probably no fun. And Heather House says we have one time zone in Canada, and that's a half an hour. One time zone, but it's half an hour. What does that mean? Does that mean it's half an hour away comparing to other time zone? But the entire Canada has a single time zone. Can imagine if we don't have smartphones. Everybody will be missing their appointments everywhere. Oh dear, Claudia. Claudia says, I just realized that I put in 62 stitches using the totally wrong color. Patterns call for 3A34. And I used 915 for some unknown reason. Now I have to find out, Froggy. Hey guys, send Claudia some compassionate pink frogs, okay? I think Claudia needs a little bit of that can happen, because sometimes I just pick up the wrong number without checking the swatches. You know, sometimes the color swatch can give you another way to cross-reference, to double check. And not saying that's foolproof, you know, if they're very similar in color, you still don't know. But it can help, because sometimes I spot that I'm doing totally wrong color because I actually managed to check the color swatch. But if you look at the number and for some reason you're convinced that's the color, that could happen. So, you know, Claudia, you're not alone, and we're sending you empathy and condolences here. But frogging, oh dear, did I say that word? In reverse stitching is going to be a bit of, you know, hard work there. I think you're probably better off to use a power tool, you know. When there are too many to reverse stitch, okay, my technique is bring on my super duper power tool here. Dun, 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 Claudia. Check out my power tool. Boom. Okay? And so sometimes, you know, in a sort of more extreme situation when reverse stitching is actually not really applicable, it's going to take some time, you have to bring out the power tool. And Claudia, just beware, it's very loud, okay? The noise is deafening and you might wake up the neighbors. Just beware, okay? But it might be a little bit quicker. There are a few occasions that I had to bring out my power tools here. All right. Oh, Claudia. Poor Claudia. Yes, but it can be fixed. I mean, 62 is just slightly over a block. Look on the bright side. It could be a lot more, right? Yes, Catherine Squirrels and Nutty, they're sending Claudia some compassionate thoughts. Okay, so we love to you, Claudia. Diane Miller, hello, welcome. Diane says, I don't like stitching black, but love this design, so I'm stitching one strand of black every time I stitch on this pattern. When you say this pattern, do you mean this one? But this one so far has come some depends on where you're starting, but there's some 310s, but not that many start stitches. So let me know which area of the pattern you're starting. And Diane has managed to get through 2,000 of the 41 black stitches. Yes, apparently this pattern's got a lot of black. I haven't come across that many. I think it will probably there'll probably be more towards, I don't know where. Oh, maybe, you know what? Majority of them is probably not this one. Sorry, let me hide this one for now. We're talking about this pattern. I think majority of the black stitches might be at the stove on the bottom right there. Wouldn't you say? It's huge. It's almost half a height of the piece, and there's a chimney above as well. I suspect majority of the black stitches are here around the stove, right? So in a way, that's probably good news, because you can probably dip in and out once you get there. But majority of the area to the left here, the rest of the pattern isn't too bad, is it? So that's my theory. I think it's feasible, right? It's not all over the place. It's not one of those really dark pieces. At least I'm hopeful. 1, 2, 3. I think the culprit is probably that stove. And Diane says the design, I started on the upper left side. Interesting. So the books. We started with a bit of a ceiling and the books. Oh, Richard Morton says, according to Google, Canada has 6 time zones. Really? Well, Canada's quite big, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have multiple time zones. It's like United States, isn't it? They don't make it easy. Well, I think time zones is probably useful, right? Because literally there could be difference between night and day, but summertime isn't. Summertime is just, I don't know what they're doing. Summertime is just pointless. Or wintertime. One more down here. It's lovely bright colors so far. I'm really happy with this, starting in this area. I'm never bored. There's just so many colors. 1, 2, 3. Alison Rennie says in the UK they try to not change the clocks, but I believe a big reason for keeping the change was for safety of children walking to and from school in the dark when children actually walk anywhere. But, well, the problem, Alison, is it doesn't make any difference. You can move the clock back 1 hour. It's still dark. When it's dark, it's dark. You know, for children, I don't know what the home time is for kids. Let's say 4 o'clock. But in the middle of winter, I mean, it's dark by 3 o'clock. It's still dark. It doesn't make it any safer. If you move the time back 3 hours, then maybe there's you can see some differences. But literally, why don't they move back 3 hours? Come to think of it, because if you really want to make a difference, you know, just move it to the point that is, you know, you can actually notice the difference. So instead of, but I think the problem is morning, because hang on, I'm trying to think. If you move back 3 hours, literally, when you wake up, it's pitch black as well. I don't know, you can't win. If it's dark, it's dark. Just get on with it. It's not like, you know. What is going on with this stitch here? Why does it go there? Claudia says, I'm going to break up my power tool. Some tequila. That's a great combination, power tool and tequila. Well, just make sure you use the power tool and then, you know, have a few shots of tequila. Because if you do in different sequence, the result could be quite disastrous. Do not operate, you know, heavy machines or drive after a few shots of tequila. But I understand. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Frida has mixed feelings with the power tool. Well, just be careful not to rip the fabric, okay? That wouldn't be good. That's why I recommend the tequila later, after you operate it with the power tool and complete your mission. And then you can hit the tequila. Heather says, I selected all the 310 and zoomed out. The black is mostly in the top left corner. Oh, interesting. The bottom 2 corners along the bottom of the couches. So just those areas, we have 41,000. I bet there are probably other darker colors, right? Not just 310. A lot of brown, dark browns. but I don't know. But overall, it doesn't look like a really dark design pattern at all. And so far, if you look at my fabric, it's nice and light here. Look, ooh, it looks like, I don't know. It doesn't look like a heavy piece. See you later, Diane. Alandria says, I started at bottom left, expecting lots of black. Below, so far, it's lots of green. Yes, bottom left is lots of green. The flower bits, dark green. Yes. If you look at the bottom left, it's quite pretty. I thought about starting from that corner. We got put up by the confetti. I don't mind confetti. I just didn't want to start with a lot of confetti. You know, I accept this piece will have some confetti. I'm okay with that. So far, so good. And let me see, there are a few more here. We move to the next block. Look, it's starting to form this orange flower here. Alison says snow is not so good when you live in Scotland, in the country, and you work in a 52-mile round trip. Oh, I suppose, yes. I'm such a city person. I absolutely have no knowledge or empathy for people living in a more sort of, you know, sort of countryside area. Absolutely. It could be totally different because over here, if it snows, first of all, in London, it doesn't snow that much normally. And even if it does, normally you just walk a short distance and you get to your tube or whatever, your, you know, buses. It's not good if you have to drive or walk for a longer distance. Absolutely. So snow can mean very differently. Depends on which area you live. And this is Scotland, as far as I know. I love Scotland, by the way. But it's always raining, you know. It's like Ireland. It's always raining and wet. So I haven't been to Scotland in the winter, but I can imagine it's probably quite cold and snowy. And Frida is asking, okay, question from Frida. She says, Yogi, out of curiosity, do you remove the hoop from your fabric when switch projects, or do you use multiple hoops? I do a bit of both. So I've got a fair number of whips. The active ones, you can probably see it just looking at the archive of the channel. So what I do is, I don't know the exact numbers, but I do have fair number of hoops. I'm thinking maybe about 12 various sizes. And so I keep my projects on the hoops for as long as possible. until I have to move it. So I don't do it out of better practices. Like some people believe that if you when you finish stitching, it's better to remove the fabric from the hoops or frames because you don't stretch or damage the fabric. That I'm not too worried about because I have kept my projects on the hoops or frames for a long time. Nothing happened to them. You know, they might get a little bit crinkled, but then you remove it or stretch it again. It's fine. But I don't routinely remove the fabric out of the frames because probably out of preservation of the hoops, because I like my fabric quite tight, drum tight. We talked about this quite a lot. This topic comes up quite a lot in terms of tension for your fabric. And for me, I love my fabric really tight. So in order to get to the right tension, it normally takes a little while, not forever, but a few minutes, to adjust the fabric so it's perfect to my liking. And that takes time and energy. So if at all possible, I keep the project on the hoops. I would only change it or remove the fabric if I need to free up certain hoops for other projects. So I have more than 15, obviously. Well, I'm probably close to maybe about over 20 projects ongoing. I haven't counted, but I have less hoops than that number. So occasionally I need to move. And also I move not just to free up hoops for the frames. Sometimes I just fancy moving the project to a larger or smaller size frames, hoops, for whatever reason. So if I'm focusing on a certain area, it's easier to stitch, have a smaller frame. So, I'm more focused. Or like this one is quite large. If I zoom out a little bit, this one's quite large. As you can see, I keep trimming out. You still haven't seen the edges. Because I knew I was going to go slightly further cross country. So sometimes I move projects for that reason. If I'm changing the stitching method, if I'm doing block by block, like I demonstrated in the last stream, then I can have a pretty, medium-sized frame or smaller frame, and it's probably easier to focus. So I do change, move them, but only when necessary, because when I move frames, as I mentioned earlier, if I have to fiddle with the frames, Frida, I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but regulars would know, I break hoops. Okay, it's it's going to become my legacy. Okay, Yogi, once upon a time here, and she breaks hoops. So I don't know whether it happens to other people, but for me it has happened a few times, because it's just that screwing, unscrewing, pulling the fabrics, etc. It contributes to wear and tear of the equipment. And also the screwing part, I use the screwdriver, and sometimes I screw it really tight. So various reasons, I try not to touch it and leave it on the hoops as much as possible. So so that's what I do. So I do have to do it from time to time, but whenever I can get away with not doing it, I don't. So that's kind of my general policy here. I know some people probably, they worry about the fabric being damaged. But to be honest, I have kept my projects on the same hoop for months. There were projects that I didn't touch for a little while, and it's fine. It's more of the hoops I'm worried about rather than the fabric, because the hoops, the screw part, can go rusty if you don't touch it for a while. That could happen. So if it gets rusty, sometimes it breaks, or maybe just becomes very difficult to to use. So I think, but for the fabric, if you worry about the fabric, unless you're stitching something very delicate, you know, like linen or something, then I can't guarantee that wouldn't do anything. But for even weave and Ada, to be honest, no problem so far. So here, I'm going to end this beautiful red right here and mark my stitches. Okay. And as we are almost midnight here, goodness, time flies. Okay, I am going to pick my final color for this session, okay? So today I'm pretty much focusing here. So the next one, let me see something pretty. I like a nice ending for my session here. So let me invert my pattern here. Let me see which one is good. As I'm focusing on I can do an orange. Yeah, maybe I come back to this area. I want to pick one that's got a few stitches going on as my finish. Yeah, why not this one? This one looks nice, and also gives the definition of the petal as well. So this would be my choice for the last number. Well, not last number, last color today. It's lovely and bright. So I started with 310. I'm going to end on a bright note, okay? So this one is 970, and it's got quite a stitches involved. And I'll make a judgment call in terms of how many stitches I want to complete, but I'm going to take a new thread here, 970. 970. It's a very pretty orange. 970 here. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found us, or if you're new to the streams, at the end of every stream, we play a little game together, okay? And it's called Guess My Stitches. And you might be wondering what that is. I've just told you. It's for you to guess my stitches. It's really that simple. So by the end of every stream, you have a chance to become the winner of the night, okay? And Saturday is in a different category, so you should be excited about that. Saturday winner is in a separate category. You stay as a winner for a week until the next Saturday another person wins and takes over the title, okay? So Saturday, Aimee SAL winner is in its special category here. So if you win tonight, as you know, you come closest to the correct stitch number, you're the winner for the entire week. Okay, Natty has already come up. Natty, I'm still stitching, okay, as usual. Natty probably knows me by now. It's not going to be, you know, that many more. But those who don't know, I might surprise you, okay? I might manage, you know, 50 stitches at the end, or 100, who knows? Anything goes. I have a long thread here, so you don't know how many stitches I'm going to have, okay? Just keep you on the edge there. So every stitch counts, all right? And because sometimes the win and lose could be 3 stitches, who knows? Or maybe 1. Yesterday, the winner actually she was 1 stitch away from being totally spot on. And the night before, we have someone that got the number totally accurate. That doesn't happen that often, okay? It takes skills, it takes luck, and randomness. So that doesn't happen that often. So normally we pick the person that's closest to to the number. And sometimes, you know, when I'm feeling generous, I might award winners to 2 multiple people, okay? And as the numbers already coming in, I'm going to bring on a super duper Guess My Stitches machine. Okay, guys, you've never seen this one before. Prepare to be amazed. Boom. Oh, Guess My Stitches machine right here is very high tech, you know. It captures everything, your submissions. And it does magical calculation. Okay, it doesn't, all right. But it's something that I came up with. I developed in my basement using my power tools and the high-tech SpaceX technology incorporating in this wonderful machine here for your enjoyment. Okay, so we produce winners every night. You're winners, you know that. But one of you is going to be winner of the winners. Okay, and that could be you. That could be you tonight. And we have some very cunning stitches here. Some of them probably have Neuralink implanted. So they literally just scan the fabric. They know which ones I have done. I know. We have some aliens here, okay? So, but tonight, let me see. I don't want to make mistakes now, okay? It's not a good time. It's not a good time to make mistakes. And so I am going to do this one over here, those 2. All right, all good here. And I know what's happening here. There's 1 green stitch there. Is 1 stitch off, but that's okay. I'll fudge it. You didn't see anything, you know, nothing's happening here. And I'm going to complete maybe 2 more stitches. 2 more stitches here, guys. So 2 more of this beautiful orange colors here. All right, as you come forward with the numbers, or everybody's got a game plan. Let's see who is going to be victorious tonight. So 1 more stitch on this beautiful Saturday night. Okay. And it's amazing that I have not turned into pumpkin. Now we're past midnight. Right, so let me end this stitch here with a tuck in. All right, very good. And you still have a few moments. Come forward as I'm going to give you a little recap of what's happening today on my fabric here, okay? So 970 going back to my needle ball. So here we go. Accompanied with my little fox here, guarding my needles. This is what's happening today, guys. So I'm going from center, top, and slowly flowing down. I've abandoned my tree trunk stitching. You probably have seen that, okay? New plan. Now is color flow. Let's go for color flow. Not quite Gemma's method, but color flowing, I just go wherever I want method, okay? And this is where I am. It's so pretty. I love the randomness of it. And before you know it, it's going to form a beautiful picture underneath. And I'm just stitching whatever colors I enjoy at that moment in time. And today, I'm focusing on this area because there's a beautiful orange flower there I'm keen to finish and complete and take shape, okay? So this is where I am. So most of the stitches happening around here, just to give you some idea. I started strong with 310 and end with a very high note with orange. There you go. Let's have a look. Are you guys ready to look at the submission here? Oh, not this one. Let me look at the numbers first, okay? We're not ready to reveal yet. And you still have a few seconds, few moments to come forward. Lurkers, go on. You know you want to. Come join us with this fun game here. So the first submission, Lively Natty, 255. Turtle Stitcher, Heather, 323. Becky Snook, 230, and Simone, well done, 390. Betty Lou Taylor, 263. Steph, 384. Captain Squirrel, 317. Betty, 210. Frida, 408. Okay, you're my favorite today, Frida. And Diamonds, 245. Claudia, 401. Heather, 256. Michelle Fuller, 302. And Rochelle, 357. Alandria, 232. Grace Houston, 385. Susan, 301. Still awake. Amazing. Those guys in the UK, you're brave soldiers. I salute to you. And Alison, 309. And Rachel Morton, 331. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Boom. My abs. The abs don't lie, okay? Some abs might lie, but my abs don't lie. And this one in particular does not lie. Okay, let me just lock that for safety. Are you guys ready? Who is going to be our winner tonight? The proof is in the pudding. 3, 2, and 1. Boom. There you go. The grand total of the stitches I have completed in this beautiful session is 325. I have a feeling someone is coming very, very close. 325. Oh, hang on a sec. First of all, Heather, 323. Anyone closer? 325. Anyone spot on? 325. 325. I think we have a winner here. Do you not think? Am I correct? I think Heather Turtle Stitcher is our winner tonight. Right? Am I correct? Well, Becky's pretty close. Becky's 230, but this is a challenging category and you stay a winner for a week, so I have to be very strict. So I'm not going to give out multiple titles, okay? Turtle, I think you're our winner tonight. Well done. Turtle, Heather says, my message that I counted all the stitches I completed today and then doubled it. Guys, I told you we have very cunning stitches here in the chat, okay? So everybody has their own methodology with Turtle. She just doubled her own stitches. There you go. And it's working. Turtle stitches, yes. And Squirrel, yes, Squirrel. Take note, Squirrel screaming. Turtle, indeed, now it's time to rejoice. And Turtle goes, Squirrel, yes. This is the kind of moment we love. And it's handing out trophies. I love your method, Heather. It's working. It's absolutely working. It's scientific, you know, it's cunning. And Becky, yes, rejoice everyone. So Saturday winner is a special title. So Heather, you're winner until next Saturday. Until the next winner takes over. You're the winner for a week, yes. And we have Rasha bring on our spread here. And Heather is our regular. So Heather knows what the, you know, the victory, what the victory feels like when you win. Guess my stitches. And we have, Heather, is that one slice or actually individual slice? You can put them together, turn into one piece and glue it together with cheese. Then it's technically one slice, right? And we have Captain Squirrel as healthy as usual, and Diamonds. Oh my God, that's an impressive spread for Saturday. It's perfect. And we have Grace Houston, and it's a very nice, you know, selection of, you know, indulgent, you know, junk food here, fast food, and we have what is it called? Michelle Fuller. Things, the name actually escapes my head. Pretzel, and Claudia as well. Nice, sweet tooth, and really diverse, with birthday cakes as well. And Susan, wonderful. Guys, you're so generous for me and for Heather here. Okay, so round of applause for the winner tonight. So guys, now is 13 past 12 in the sleepy London town here. Yogi signing out today. We have double streams today. Okay, and thank you if you were here with me for both streams. You're my brave soldiers. I salute to you all. And thank you. I hope you have fun as well. And tomorrow is Sunday. Okay, Sunday, just to remind you, the festive stitching. Yes, night, guys, use my the beautiful emojis I created for you, the 99 icon there, emoji there. And tomorrow, the festive stitching is now moving to Wednesdays. Okay, so tomorrow is Stitch Whatever You Want Day. How great is that? And some of you might want to dedicate Sundays to seasonal stitching or whatever you like. You can do festive stitching if you want, and we will get together and have a peaceful session here together. Okay, guys. So until then, night from Yogi. Night to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And no calamari, no calamari. Yes. A warning sign for new stitchers. Okay, no calamari policy for the group. Okay, so nighty night, guys, and I'll see you in the next stream.